Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
So we started from the bottom, but
My
we're here
heart
now.
is you're a pal and a confidant. If you do a party and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached will say, thank you for being a friend. Ding, 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 ding. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Wow, what a blessing today. We have a very special guest in the building. I'm a fan of this man's work. I truly am. I'm not even lying when I say that. Make some noise for it. He's directed so many.
He usually is lying.
Yes.
Yeah, I do a little bit of that sometimes. Make some noise. He's directed some of your favorite comedy classics. I'm talking about Airplane, scary movie sequels, Basketball, which I didn't realize. I love Basketball. Make some noise with David Zucker.
Thank you. I'm glad you love basketball because it's my son's favorite.
Basketball is great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, let me ask you this. First of all, thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, that was nice of me.
I asked, do you want to sip a little something when you come on? Because sometimes we might sip a little alcohol or whatever. And what was your reply?
I like coffee. And then they asked me, how do you take it? And I said, black like my men.
And then I laughed. And then we laughed with Rick, who's a black man.
Oh, yeah. Are you? Okay.
Sometimes.
Thanks for telling me. Yeah.
He doesn't see gender.
Yeah.
And then I realized, it just registered for me. Oh, that's one of the classic lines from Airplane that always kind of gets memed like every couple years too. I see it pop up on the internet and everyone's always like, what movie is this from? What is this? And you're telling me you wrote that line.
Well, we really don't remember too much who wrote what line because that's I think one of the secrets of a successful collaboration is that we didn't claim credit for who wrote what line. However, I can tell you that was Jim Abrams who wrote that.
Okay.
And because Jim, we would sit around when we wrote Airplane and Jim typed and, we'd all throw out lines and everything. And so this was, it was a scene between two adults and the grown-up man asked the grown-up woman, would you like some coffee? And she says, yes. He says, how do you take it? And, we cast the two little kids.
Yeah.
And so Jim typed in, I take it black like my men.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry and I cracked up because he would surprise us with this stuff. He also came up with the line that Julie Haggerty said, I used to love to sit on your face and wriggle.
Mm-hmm.
And, that kind of stuff. That was all Jim. Wriggle.
How do you feel about, about comedy now and how people, react to certain jokes and, are you more careful with jokes or, because of the world?
I was never careful
Mm-hmm.
with jokes. We always wrote what we thought was funny. And I have a script now that I have just written with Pat Proft and Mike McManus, who have been with me for many years. And it's film noir. And if you've ever seen, there's a classic film noir movie called Detour. And so this is kind of taking off on that. And we never had a problem with we just write whatever we think is funny. And it's fine. We don't, but there's very seldom do you see any movie comedy now. There's no good movie comedies out.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But if you want to laugh, there's South Park. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another show called Impractical Jokers.
Love Impractical Jokers,
And those guys have become friends of mine. And Matt Stone and Trey Parker have also become friends of mine since we did Basketball together. So there is probably the funniest stuff is on TV.
I tell you, even with, because me and Rick used to do a lot of sketches on YouTube back in like early 2000s, and I've gone back and privated some. I wake up in a constant fear of getting canceled. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go back and look at something like, man, maybe people want to, let me go back and.
If it's funny, it's okay. So, we put a lot of stuff up and we test it. So Airplane, The Naked Guns,
Mhm.
Kentucky Fried Movie, they're all tested in front of audiences. And if we have crossed some line, then the audience will go, oh, that's not funny. But it happens. You know, we shoot about 2 hours of material, and we have to kind of trim it down to 80 minutes.
Mhm.
And that's, you know, just the audience tells us how to cut the movie.
Yeah, I think that's the important part. Doing what's funny. Some people assume the goal is to be offensive.
Mhm.
And that's where the problem comes in. They feel like, oh, you just wanted to get the shock value of
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
like, no, I mean, it's funny though. Like
Mhm.
when you listen, it's funny. And I think as long as you're just trying to be funny, you should be confident in what you put up.
And there's a lot of things that go into writing a 80-minute movie and directing it. So it's the story has to be strong, and we learned that.
Mm.
And the characters you have to have a main character, for instance, in the first act, and no matter how crazy and zany and the jokes are, uh, all the audience really cares about is what happens to that character that you establish.
Mhm.
And we learned.
You know, I'm soaking it in because I wrote my first movie. It was really hard. Took me like 3 years. I finally wrote it, so I'm just like,
You know, we wrote our first movie in like a half hour. Yeah,
oh my, well, excuse me.
I know. We didn't. I just wanted to make you feel bad. Yeah.
Not everyone's talented. Go.
Just remember, you're nothing. And I've established my whole career. I'm a legend.
Yeah, I mean,
And, from being actually talented. So yeah,
Yeah.
This is how it's done.
that's why I let you come on my amazing podcast. So.
Yeah, and I'm very grateful for that.
Well,
Because
let me ask-
when you're my age, no one cares about you anymore. So, yeah.
Well, look,
Yeah.
I was excited because
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
I can see them.
Yeah, okay.
It's cold in here.
Yeah. Sorry, there's still cold in here.
My dad, put me on to like Airplane,
Oh,
of
good.
course, and all the Naked Gun movies. Those were my shit growing up, and I feel like a lot of the times, people are almost afraid to be silly like that nowadays. Like, nowadays you put out a silly movie, everyone's like, it's corny, blah, blah, blah. But I miss that type of shit, you know?
Well, I think that, we're getting new audiences for Airplane
Mhm.
and the Naked Guns, and it still gets big laughs. I show Airplane, the Naked Guns, the Scary Movie 3 in front of live audiences, and I do a Q&A, and the laughs are the same. And Top Secret also.
You did Top Secret too?
I did Top Secret.
Man, that's my shit.
So, and that's great in front of a live audience. It's fun.
How you feel about the discourse about like the Scary Movie sequels compared to like, the first one and,
Well, the Wayans brothers
Mhm.
Did the first two.
Mhm.
And those guys are great at what they do. They originated the series, and then what happened was for Scary 3,
Mhm.
they asked for a certain amount of money that the studio didn't want to pay. So, this happens in Hollywood all the time. It's a negotiation. So they walked away from it, and Bob Weinstein of Dimension came to me and said, "Would you like to direct this?" I said, "Sure." And he said, "We're doing a spoof on Signs in the Ring."
Mhm.
And I said, "Great." And I had never seen them. I never even heard of those movies.
Mhm.
But, I did go to see them. And so we wrote an original script and wrote it with Craig Mazin and Pat Proft. And that was one of the top 3 movies I've ever done. So,
What would you say is your proudest work?
I think Airplane, it's just, Airplane was an amazing experience because it was the first, really.
Can you answer this question for me? I don't know if I'm remembering this wrong or like it's like something got messed up in my brain. So I remember watching Airplane when it was on TV, right? So some of the crazier stuff, I guess, got edited out. And then one day I was watching Airplane, and I feel like there's a random scene when the plane's going crazy and some titties just pop up into the screen. Was that in the movie, or am I remembering this wrong?
Or just some from volumes of porn that you've been,
maybe
that you've been looking at. So no, that was actually in the movie.
Okay.
And so yeah.
Okay.
It's like, that's my
And-
favorite.
He said, that is the reason we
Yeah.
brought you here.
Those are the most amazing tits ever.
Yes.
And I remember showing the movie to my son when he was 2. And that's all he could remember about the movie was the boobies. And then I realized later to him that was food.
Yeah.
At that age. And then we started watching softcore porn together.
I'm just gonna say.
And it was
Emmanuel in space.
So we bonded over that.
Aw.
He's like, so much food.
Yeah, so much food.
Yeah, wow. Thank
Dude,
you.
I'm hungry for some reason.
Yeah.
I remember just being like, having seen it so many times on TV, and then maybe I was watching like, I rented it or some shit. I was like, this is it's so funny. It's like all this shit's going, the plane's about to crash, fucking the masks are falling and everyone's panicking, and then someone just jumps in front of the screen and there's just titties for like 2 seconds.
That's the type of shit we always want to write.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's such a out of the blue thing. That's why it was funny. And I remember Airplane at the time was rated PG.
Oh,
Wow.
Even with the titties?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because PG-3 was so long ago. I'm so old that it was before PG-13 was invented by
Oh.
Spielberg.
Interesting. Oh, right, because it's like
Spielberg didn't want to get an R rating, and it certainly wasn't PG, so they invented PG-13
wow.
because of Steven Spielberg.
Ah.
Bless his
Wow.
heart. Yeah. Oh no, it was great.
Oh, so back then it was either PG or R?
Yeah.
Wow.
PG went right to R. There was no 13. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess like it wasn't like dirty boobies. It was just bouncing boobies.
It's just
huh?
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wonderful boobies.
Yeah. I remember it to this day.
Yeah.
Right?
Need to go watch it.
I remember first PG-13 boobies I saw with my family was Titanic. It was that was the first time I saw some boobies with my dad.
Yeah.
So
It's a beautiful moment.
you always remember.
This is things you can share with your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great memories.
Yeah, great memories.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you said you showed your son Airplane when he was 2. My son's 3 now.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's time to show him some boobies.
Sure. Anytime. It won't corrupt them,
Yeah, not at
It'll
this
just-
age.
Yeah.
Wherever.
It'll just start them masturbating early. Yeah. And that's okay too. Yeah.
Yeah, get to know yourself.
Yeah.
Nikki Blaze, what are you doing after this?
No, I will not teach your son about boobies.
Yeah. That's good. Make a stand. Yeah. You don't have to take that. Yeah,
I
right.
don't get paid enough to Hi, Chia.
What
It's
if you were
like,
paid in it?
If you now will
Okay.
consider it.
I was
When-
going to say I'm your son, but never mind. She on that bullshit.
All right,
Be like, Chia, hi, I'm here to work today.
Yes.
how did you get into the whole writing funny movie business?
Well, we started out in high school. We were, kind of class clowns. And, when you grow up in Milwaukee, you're not hot shit. The people in New York or LA were cool or even Chicago, but we're just such an out of the way place that you kind of have to learn to laugh at yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So we would do that, and even at that, I don't remember that we were the funniest guys in our high school.
Mhm.
There were other people, but they all got jobs after high school and college.
Lame.
And we kind of pursued comedy, and we started a small theater, which was called Kentucky Fried Theater. And we did that on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, where we all graduated. And that was a hit. So that was only 70 seats. We moved the show out to LA
Mm-hmm.
in a U-Haul truck, and we got a bigger theater, and we had no publicity budget. So we called the show My Nose, just so our weekly listing in the LA Times calendar section read, "My nose runs continuously." So, this is what passed for humor in the early 70s.
Oh, that's great.
But, and that became a success. And then, we wrote Airplane first, and
Oh, wow.
but we couldn't sell it. And so John Landis came to see our show, and he said, "Why don't you do a movie of your show and I'll direct it.
Okay.
So that became Kentucky Fried Movie.
Wait, how did you know John Landis? How did that just happen?
You know, we didn't know anybody, so I saw that he had. There was an article in the newspaper about this 21-year-old kid who directed a movie, and I thought, well, that's great. I want to get to know him. So,
Dang.
and he also did an appearance on the Tonight Show. He was interviewed by Johnny Carson, and he did this movie called Schlock, which didn't do any business, but he did a movie. So we didn't know anybody, so I called him up.
That's crazy.
We invited him to see our show. He came to see the show, and then we arranged to have lunch with him. And we just said, we want to do a movie. And he said, well, first you need a script. And we said, yeah, we know that, but what does one look like? So we literally didn't know what a script looked like. So, I mean,
why don't you just Google
only
it?
a couple of years. Yeah, right. Yeah. Like there weren't cell phones, there wasn't internet.
You just had to stalk
I
people.
I don't think there were cars.
They didn't want to pay for ChatGPT.
He gave us a sample script, which was An American Werewolf in London.
Oh shit!
Which he actually directed that later. So we used that, and then that's when we wrote Airplane.
See, even like it's crazy because when you say that, where it's like I saw this guy in the newspaper that directed a movie.
Yeah,
it's like for us. Nowadays it feels like if let's say I'm looking for a director for my movie, I'm just scrolling on Instagram like who's done a movie that, but also who hasn't done enough that's gonna charge me a shitload of money.
Or will answer your phone call.
Yeah, answer my DM.
Yeah. But when I called Landis, I said, "Hi, John. This is David Zucker. I'm running Kentucky Fried," and he says, "How did you get this number?"
Yeah.
I said, "Well, I called the distributor." And he said, "They gave you my number?" He was pissed. And so I said, no, I don't want anything from you. I just wanted to invite you to our theater.
Wow.
And they said, oh, yeah, I've seen that. So.
Wow.
Something that's standing out to me, you said the first movie he did wasn't great, correct?
No, it was, it bombed. And so he was out of the business. And he was writing additional dialogue for James Bond movies at Fox, which was only 2 blocks away from our theater.
So what stood out to you was his youth and
the movie was funny. I thought there was some funny things in it. And so here was a kid younger than we were.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's interesting to be able to see that though from somebody who put out something that you didn't consider great, who then makes Thriller.
Yeah.
He grew into it. I mean, he became a very, very fine director. Yeah, and he did some amazing things. And, I was just watching, I went to see the movie Michael, which is great. I loved it.
Yeah.
And they actually had Landis in it. Portrayed. It was the director. They didn't say his name, but I saw a guy with a beard on screen.
Right.
I figured that must have been Landis, yeah.
So how did you get so successful and not be a victim of your cocaine addiction?
Interestingly enough, we never did any drugs.
Oh, wow.
And people thought that we were high when we wrote Airplane or Top Secret or something, but we didn't. We were pretty much kind of nerds. I mean, everybody did weed, on the weekends, but we weren't big drug guys. And so, we were pretty serious about doing the work and not going to the parties and we just kind of our drug was coffee.
Black.
That's right.
Yeah, my boy Peter, who we also used to make short films in high school and show them in the theater and stuff like that. He's the one that showed me Top Secret because I had never seen it. I'd only seen Airplane, and he showed me Top Secret. And people are always asking us what type of drugs we're on, and we don't do shit. But maybe he does a little weed, I do a little drink. But I feel like those are the best type of people, man. If people think you're on drugs all the time, and you're like, this is just me, bro.
Yeah, no, just a little autism.
Everybody has some experience. It's just like you don't need any of that stuff. I just
And Airplane came out when?
In 1980.
1980.
Yeah.
Hey.
Before your parents were born. God, yeah.
Well, thank you. And I was gonna say, when did you feel like, okay, this is gonna be like this is like a crazy hit right now, you know?
With Airplane?
Yeah.
We knew it was going to be a hit before we made it because we have been doing nothing but going to studios saying this movie's going to be a big hit, and we were turned down everywhere. This was where we got lucky. There was one guy, his name was, still is, he's still alive, Michael Eisner, who was the head of Paramount. He heard about the script, Comedy on an Airplane. He thought, well, that's a, what did they call it then? High concept.
Oh, wow.
Evidently. So
literally.
He found this, he called this, he got a hold of the script, and we got a call, and we were at Paramount, 2 days later.
Man, she was crazy back then, man. Motherfuckers just on the phone all the time.
That sounds easy.
Yeah, saw a guy, give him a call. You said, sure.
That's how it happened. It was
hey,
easy.
you want to make a movie? Yeah.
Well, and then the hurdle was they wanted us to rewrite the script. And so we were somewhat frightened of the big bad studio coming in. But actually, so they assigned one of their executives to it, a guy by the name of Tom Perry, and they actually made the script better.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah, Paramount was a great studio, not like the morons who run it now. Just such a difference. You had an all-star team of Jeff Katzenberg, Barry Diller, Frank Mancuso, Dawn Steele. They all ran their own studios later. And the executives now, they couldn't see a good script if it was put right in front of them. They don't know. So they rejected I wrote a script for Naked Gun 4, which was great, with Pat Proft. We actually know what we're doing. And so they rejected it, and they gave the franchise to Seth MacFarlane, who does that cartoon show Family Guy.
Yeah.
And he came in with Liam Neeson. They tried to replace Leslie Nielsen. You can't replace Leslie Nielsen. And it wasn't Liam's fault.
Right.
Anyway, so that's, I never saw it, but
I was just going to ask you.
I saw the trailer, and I thought, oh, God, this is dreadful.
I heard it's
What if
pretty good.
Seth just got confused with the names?
Yeah.
It's like Leslie Nielsen and Liam Neeson. Yeah, same guy, same right.
Yeah, it's kind of the same initials. Yeah.
So what would you say? I mean, you're still writing movies. You're still
I've
making
got
movies.
a new movie called the film noir piece that I mentioned. It's called well, it's can't be named yet.
Right.
Yeah, but I'll just say it's called The Star of Malta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this: as someone trying to navigate this industry now, wrote my first comedy movie, trying to get it made. What are the biggest hurdles nowadays trying to get a comedy made?
Well, first of all, it's actually knowing how to write a movie. And this is why so many people are writing movies, but they really don't know how to do it. So one of the examples is, again, Naked Gun 4. They don't know how to do spoof. And so this is what motivated me to start an online comedy course called Mastercrash.
Okay.
So you can go onto it. It's very cheap to join, mastercrash.com. And we're teaching the 15 rules that Jerry and Jim and I originated over years and years and years.
Okay.
And it's mainly things not to do, but, we've made all the mistakes. It's not that we're geniuses. I mean, a lot of people say that we are. I don't deny it.
Right.
Yeah.
Just take the compliment.
I'll accept it.
Absolutely.
But, we really learned by doing it a lot and making a lot of mistakes. So I think we can save people a lot of time. And
Fine.
And so I teaching these rules, and then there's a lot more to it even than the rules, and we're going into that too.
But you're also saying you could write an amazing script and they'll still pass.
They will still pass. That's right, because like if you take the Paramount executives who passed on my Naked Gun 4, and we've retitled it, we're still gonna do it.
Yeah.
And we'll prove what morons they are.
Call it the Asian Gun and star me in it as your new Leslie Nielsen.
Right. Well, this German
Clove
company.
knife.
Yeah, of course. This German company, it's Amazon Germany,
Okay.
contacted us, flew me out to the Berlin Film Festival
Oh.
2 years ago, and they said they wanted to do a German gun.
Oh,
So,
shit.
and I kind of talked them out of it because I don't think, I think, just trying to do the Naked Gun, this is like for Seth MacFarlane to do something, try to, beat a dead horse that was, it's a 40-year-old idea.
Mm.
So, and what our Naked Gun 4 was, it wasn't even set in an LA cop station. It was, Bourne Identity, James Bond, and Mission Impossible. And so it was our same kind of sense of humor. It was the Naked Gun humor, but it wasn't the same old thing. It was new. So, I talked them out of to do a Naked Gun, and I said, why don't we do a situation farce?
Okay.
And so we wrote a script. We wrote a script in like a couple of weeks, and it's really good. So we actually did, yeah. They hired a writer, a German writer, and again, they didn't know what they were doing, much like the Naked Gun 4 people. And so we kind of took it over, and I just wrote it with my team, and it's great. And we're still doing the Amazon's notes, and Amazon's notes were great. So, you can't always say that studio executives are morons. That
Right.
there are some smart ones, like 50 years ago, at Paramount, and the notes we're getting from Amazon Europe are great.
Really?
So we're going to do that, and then if they greenlight it, I'll be shooting the movie in Berlin.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, I'll go to Berlin.
Yeah, yeah, and even though you haven't been invited, I'm sure
We'll pull up.
we'd welcome.
Yeah.
I guess if
Yeah,
he
sure. I
showed
guess.
up,
Yeah, sure.
I'll probably unlock the door.
I imagine that the notes from Amazon producers are like, we need it tomorrow. We need it tomorrow on our doorstep.
Yeah,
Script prime.
no, very smart notes, which made the script better. So yeah, and we're still doing the notes. So we're down to the fine tuning. I'm telling you, it's almost ready.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
no, it's not. That was a mercy agreement there. He was being kind. I appreciate it.
Sweet. Write it again. Yeah, cool. Lucky you.
I know. Right. Well, the thing is, for me, it's like, let's say a company is down, right? They want to give me a bunch of money to make a movie. A part of me is always like, do I even want a whole bunch of people giving me a whole bunch of notes that compromise, right?
Look, in my experience, studio notes have been good.
Okay.
So yeah, I would welcome any kind of help. Of course, you have to be the one to decide if they're right. But I've done well by not thinking I know 100%. There's always things, because when you get an outside opinion, it's like the audience seeing the movie for the first time. You have to communicate somehow.
All right. I guess I'll stop deleting comments on my YouTube videos.
That's right. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
This would have been way funnier if you shut up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But that's not studio notes. That's just
Right.
uneducated
Stupido
people on YouTube. Yeah.
Who? Director David Zucker. Oh, delete.
Yeah, right, yeah. I'm telling you. Yeah, why I oughta.
Why I oughta.
Was there ever a note that you were given and you refused to do it?
I'm sure there were, yeah.
Do you have any?
Yeah, well, there was, I was shooting Scary Movie 3, and there's a scene with Jenny McCarthy and Pam Anderson. And the studio note was, there was something on the floor. I'm not sure what it was. They wanted Pam to lick it. So, and I said, no. That's probably not a good note. I mean, I'll go pretty low, but
You're like,
even there's even a bottom line for me. So yeah.
How did you link with the South Park guys for basketball? How did that come about?
You know, a lot of these guys, my office is kind of one of their stops when they come to Hollywood. They wanna meet, which is great. And so Matt and Trey came to meet me at our offices, and we kind of got to know those guys. And at the time, well, now they're, billionaires.
Yeah.
But then Trey couldn't afford to buy a car. And so
shit.
I gave him a job doing a video for Universal, which my brother and I had just signed on to a 3-year deal at Universal Studios. And Matt and Trey did a introductory video because Seagram's had just bought Universal. Anyway, so they did that, and Trey was able to afford a car. Yeah, and then later, we had actually gone to Chris Farley to do basketball.
Oh shit!
But he died, so we went to Matt and Trey.
He messed everything up.
Yeah, he messed it. Don't you hate when that
Always.
happens?
Yeah, stop dying.
Yeah.
And this was they had been doing South Park for a bit, though, hadn't they?
No, just the first year. It was the first year of South Park, and well, it was before they did South Park that we met them.
Oh wow!
But they had done Spirit of Christmas, and which was a brief video that they did, which got passed around virally on VHS tape. This is what this is. Yeah,
is that it was the first time they did the Santa versus the Jesus thing, right? Is that what that was?
Right.
Yeah,
that was the original thing, and I thought it was hysterical, as did everyone else. So either we called them or they called up. They called us. They wanted to meet. So, and then we called them up, and they really wanted to do basketball because they thought South Park. They didn't know if it was going to have a second season or not.
Wow.
So, and they turned out, they wrote about a third of it, basketball, because they're really funny guys and really funny actors. So, and Squeak was their friend, Dian Bahar. So, and they brought him along. And it was a great cast. We had a great time shooting it.
You don't want to get into more TV stuff, or you feel like you're a movie guy?
I don't want to do TV. It's outside of my comfort zone, and I've learned to stay in my comfort zone.
Makes sense.
And do what I do best, which is movies where you can take a year to write a script.
Oh, I see.
And you don't have the deadline of every week and hiring a whole staff of writers. Now, Seinfeld and Larry David, those guys do it right. And I just, people have suggested, why don't you do a TV show, either a reality show or a TV show about your house? And my house is, I have a lot of housemates, and there's a rock band that lives with me.
Oh shit!
This and that, and my ex-girlfriend lives with me. And
how many people you got living in this house?
There's about 5 other than me.
Oh, okay.
And one guy lives in the treehouse.
Oh, you got a treehouse? How cool!
Yeah. And so, but they say it would make a great TV show, but I don't want to do it because I think, this is a great idea. And then I watch an episode of Seinfeld or Curb, and I said, no, I can't do that. Yeah. I think maybe we could do 6 good ones, but you could do a limited series maybe.
That makes sense.
But those guys are geniuses. Seinfeld, no one's going to top Seinfeld.
I agree.
Ever. It's like no one's going to top the Beatles.
I mean, I remember being, being a little kid watching Seinfeld, and all the other kids in my class were like, they didn't get it. What are you doing? They didn't get it. But me and him, we bonded over Seinfeld as high school kids, and no one understanding why we liked it so much.
Yeah, they didn't.
We didn't have a lot of white kids.
Yeah,
our classmates just didn't get it.
It's an acquired taste, like sucking dick.
How is that?
No, that's just a line my friend gave me.
I don't like Seinfeld no more.
I like my sucking dick like I like my coffee.
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's my friend Louis Friedman who's a comedy writer in New York. And That was, I brought my nephews up to Saratoga. We used to play the horses, and they were just 16. They just learned how to drive. They drove up from Hartford, Connecticut, and he gave them their first taste of Guinness.
Oh,
and that's when Lewis said to him, "It's an acquired taste."
Ah, yes.
The
fact that I knew what you were thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. Are you? You said you have a son. How old's your son now?
My son is 26, and he's a director. He just directed a 5-minute short.
Okay.
And he's already directed a feature.
Oh, okay.
So, very extremely low budget. And I'm hoping that he can direct Oktoberfest, the German movie.
Oh, okay, fun.
So I think he's ready to do it. And my daughter majored in business in college, and she lives in New York, and she works for Paramount CBS Sports.
Oh, okay. So you don't hate all the Paramount people, just the movie execs.
Just everyone but her.
I go over all the little people. I make an exception for doing this. Yeah,
yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks.
Especially since you're going to direct my movie.
That's right. Yes. Do you want me to read the script? I don't know why
Don't.
I offered that.
Don't even do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Make you feel bad about yourself.
But
Read it, but don't give me any notes.
in Mastercrash, we have this thing called Joke ER, and all the students, everything's online on Zoom, and people will submit a page or two or a short video, and I'll offer my criticism of it.
No, that's great.
And I mean, I don't like anything, but there is a way to fix it.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, no, that's great.
It's great. So if you want to join and submit a couple of pages, we could show you just how untalented you really are.
I see the fear in his face.
That's
He
right.
does not want to.
Yeah, no.
No, I was going to say, trust me, whatever you say, I will not believe you.
Yeah,
They're
good.
gonna print it out, get on Zoom just to let you watch them rip it up.
Okay, that's right.
But I would love that. Yeah,
Okay,
I'd be down to get some notes on some
join, yeah.
professionals.
You can't even spit out the line.
He's terrified over
I'd
there.
be down to get some real criticism from people that know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
I guess.
Or see him sitting in the back.
Hey,
3 years.
hey, look. If there's anything we know, it's that even with the notes I get, I'll still be able to get it done. So,
Eventually.
but this is the difference of if I want real feedback or not, So
Show growth.
We give real feedback.
I guess I'll take it.
It's an acquired taste.
Like,
Let's not go there. Yeah.
well, no, this was a great conversation. Thanks for pulling up.
Sure. Are we done?
Yeah, I mean,
I think we've said enough.
I think that was a good place
We
to end
covered
it.
everything that I'm doing. I think, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to remind us of before we call it a day?
I can't think of anything. I'm doing. I'm just doing Star of Malta. We're casting it now. We're actually making offers to actors, and as soon as we get one actor to say yes, then we'll start going. We'll be able to set a start date.
It's hard to find people to say yes.
Well,
maybe your script is as good as you think.
He's been waiting on that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We'll see if I let you join Mastercrash.
Well, thank you, sir.
Sure,
I appreciate it.
Wonderful.
Great conversation. I learned a couple things.
This is fun. Good.
Hey, well, make sure y'all check out his upcoming projects. Follow him on everything. Thank you guys for watching us, as always. Follow us on everything. Goodybrand.com. Get you some cool threads. And thanks for watching. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.